Words are mine. I think we are all good. I think we're working. So get rid of this. What I could do actually, get that out. Tools, view, always on top. All right, we are good to rock and roll. Everything's set, everything's working, everything's going. The only thing I need to do is one last thing. We got about 2 minutes to go. Not really warmed up, but hey, it is what it is. Heart rate's at 77. Wanted to get it up to around 150, ideally, for the ride. Flares. Let's get a flare going this morning. Although it always says too many creators are using them. Bollocks. How many people's on at this time of morning? Streaming, hey? A minute to go. It's going to be probably a tough race for me. First race back, second for the fact I've done squats in the gym yesterday as well. Let's get the shoes nice and tight. The 16 kilometer route. Let's get it. All right, we're off, guys. We're off. I'll be quite happy just to try and keep up with these guys, to be honest. They're a lot quicker than me. Oh, this is going to be a warm one. Feel it already. The billet guy, he's pushing like 5 watts a kilo. He's going for it. There we go. We'll try and sit in with this guy here. My legs are already feeling it. Bit of racecraft. I'll sit in with this guy for a bit. I'm not even going to try and keep up with Billet, who's taking the lead. Way too quick for me. He's still pushing 4 watts a kilo. Morning for those just joining. We're in a race this morning. Currently 3rd out of 5th. If you are enjoying the live stream, make sure you're tapping along. Tapping is clapping and all that. Appreciate those that are dropping in. If you are just dropping in, come over and say hello. If I have ignored your messages saying that the chat hasn't appeared on my screen for the past 2 minutes, so it's not intentional if I've ignored you. So billet now is 250 meters ahead. Feels good at the moment. This leg, the right leg, we cut the quad. I can feel it working already. As I say, this is my first race back. Wasn't intending to race. I saw this one starting. Thought, fuck it, you know what, let's do it. They're second at the moment. Certainly not going to get first. The guy is absolutely steaming away. Release up a little bit. I let the other guy go past, so we'll just sit behind him. So as you can see on the screen, sitting behind, you get a thing called drafting. That's essentially 3 watts. It's like being shielded by the wind. It makes it a little bit easier for the persons that are riding behind. And when you're racing, you can make it easier at any point. Do it. Oh. Coffee and cardio. Coffee's nearly finished. And then we'll start the cardio. Certainly already started the cardio. 4 kilometers in almost. If you do have any questions on the setup, don't be shy, drop your questions in. I've probably answered it about 1,000 times already before. But if there's new people here, I really, really don't mind. Wow. Starting to get a sweat on now. Once I've finished here, get myself showered, dressed, and off to work this morning. Usually get a gym session in Monday, Wednesday, Friday after the rides, depending on the work schedule. Sometimes the schedule has to change. I do 3 days in the week. 3 days in the week, 3 days of the week in the gym. And the rest of the days we are riding on here as well. So if you're just joining and you haven't seen these lives before, I do these most mornings as a way of building self-discipline. As I always say, I don't wake up motivated to do these. The hardest part is always getting out of bed. And that is your first battle of the day. Your first battle is the alarm clock. If you can win that without snoozing, without rolling back over, you're already halfway to a successful workout. The next bit is if you've laid it all out the night before, there's no excuses not to get it done. None of this, I can't find my shorts, I can't find my shoes. The amount of workouts I used to miss because I couldn't find my clothes in the morning. So the less excuses you can give yourself, the better chance you have of a successful workout. Just under 5 kilometers done. A 900-meter rolling segment now. So the leader is now 1 kilometer up front. So we just ease off the pedals ever so slightly, slot in behind Winstilly, whatever the fuck his name is. We'll be able to save some energy. If you are enjoying the live stream, make sure you're hitting that follow button and checking out some of the other videos as well. Yesterday was my first day back in the gym squatting. First squat session back. I worked up to a top single of 120, followed by some back off sets of 105 kg for 3 sets of 3. So go over, check those videos out. Give it a like if you can. Appreciate that. Sometimes racing is about being a little bit smarter with what you're doing. So at the moment, I'm just relaxing. I'm in zone 2 at the moment. Sitting behind Winstilly, or whatever the fuck his name is. You are enjoying it, keep tapping along. Tapping is clapping. If you are new to these streams, where are you watching from? What are you doing up at this time of morning? Let me know in the comments. Morning, Tom, Pittman, Blue, Wayne, RP. How are you all doing? Ease off ever so slightly here. I want to sit right behind this guy. Thank you, Tom, for the likes. Appreciate you. It is, what time is it? 10 past 6 in the morning. 6.5 kilometers done. 9 kilometers left to go. This is a race, so haven't done a Rouvy race in quite some time. Feeling comfortable at the moment, sitting in third. There's 5 riders, including myself. So I'm going to go for second place today. Certainly not going to get first place, looking at how Billet, or how far ahead he is. So I'll be happy to secure a second place on this ride. We've just got to stick with this guy, and then hopefully as it comes to the end of the ride, we'll be able to pick up the pace. As I say, at the moment, I'm in my zone 2 heart rate. If you are lurking in the background, don't be shy, come and say hi. Even if it's just putting a 1 in the comments. Is it your first time here, or have you been here before? If it is your first time in my live stream, just stick a 1 in the chat. You don't need to speak loads. Morning, Tommy, Maxwell, Ross. Plane Spotter has joined. Morning, George. So feeling good at the moment. Oh, rearrange the old testiculars. Recovery's gone surprisingly well though. Really happy with how my recovery's gone post vasectomy. Had 2 days resting, not moving, keeping my bollocks elevated. How you keep your balls elevated, you ask? You put a pillow under your hips, you lay in bed, and you watch Netflix for 2 days. So that was the biggest part of the recovery. If you do that, the rest of it seemed to be pretty textbook. Right, this guy's picked up the pace a little bit, so morning, those just joining. Rebuilding to a 500 kg total as well in the gym. The plan is 500 kilograms by the end of the year across the 3 lifts. Squat, bench and deadlift. With the aim of being stronger in my 30s than I was in my 20s. If you go over to my profile on the bio, it says what I was lifting back in 2017. Bear in mind that was, what, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. So the plan is now to rebuild strength and to be stronger than I was back then. 9 or 10 years out of the gym. And surprising how quick things are coming back. Been back in for 4 or 5 months. We're at about a 120 bench, although I haven't maxed out yet. But on my top singles, we're at 115, 117. So I think 120 is there. Around about 177 to 180 deadlift. And about 145 squat. We'll just catch up with this guy. He's you give it some beans back then. There we go, we're back. Back on his wheel. Oh, heart rate's at 177, which is kind of where we like to have it when I'm racing. 6 kilometers left to go. If you have just joined, this is a Rouvy race. There's 4 other people. I'm currently 3rd, but I'm gonna go for 2nd place today. I think 2nd place is definitely there. It's just about timing it right, I think. I've got quite a good sprint. But it's about timing it, not going too early, not going too late. I think we'll probably go around 300 meters out, full gas. This guy's probably getting really pissed off with me sitting behind. There we go, Lem sits for the win. Honey and lemon are always a good shout as well. Morning, David. Morning, PK. Lots of new names joining this morning. So if you are new, Welcome to my live streams. Try to do these every day. We're just falling back here. Let's make sure we stick to this guy's wheel. 5 people in the stream. How are you all doing? Where are you watching from? Are you in the United Kingdom, London, Canterbury, Herne Bay, up the north? Let me know where you're from. See if you've got anyone near where I live. If you can, tap that screen. It does help push the live out as well. And tapping is clapping. Currently third, almost just sitting behind second. Let's see if we can get second place today. Hopefully with your guys' support as well. We've got 4.5 kilometers to go. Let's get it done. Where's the time? 6:15, something like that. So I'll be done by past. I'll have to get myself showered and then off to work. Got to leave this morning by about 10 o'clock. Okay, 10 o'clock? I've got to be there by 10 o'clock. Got to leave at 7. Fucking, what am I on about? This guy's giving it some beans. I think he was just seeing if he could shake me. Unshakable for you, my man. We could have a little poke of the bear. Got to love a pancake. And what did you have on your pancakes? I might have a little poke of the bear in a minute. Oh yeah, syrup. I love a chocolate pancake with bananas. I love a chocolate pancake. This next segment that's coming up, we might just up the watts a little bit, just to see if when Stilly sticks with me. It looks like he's right there. All right, this guy is stronger than I thought. We're gonna have to time this sprint perfectly, I think. The good race between me and this guy. 2.5 kilometers to go. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you're hitting that follow button. It's free, don't cost you anything, and you get to know next time we go live as well, which will be tomorrow morning before the gym session. We've got technical deadlifts and have some bench press tomorrow. Heavy bench day. Probably working up to a top single of 112, and then back off sets at 100 for 3 sets to 3. Oh, we seem to have opened up a gap here. I reckon maybe when Stilly burnt his matches on that last sprint. $130-meter gap now. I think we might get this one. Second place incoming. Heart rate's at 193. 200-meter gap. I can ease off a little bit. Oh, it looks like we're going to get second place this morning. Half a kilometre. Eased right off now. Even if he went full gas, I don't think he could possibly catch up. Thank you guys for dropping in. This is the end of the ride. Just about to go across the finish line in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the finish line. Just there. Appreciate everyone that joined, everybody that likes the stream. That's second place this morning. I'm happy with that. 3 minutes behind the leader. Oh, but pretty happy with that performance. All things considering, 12 days post vasectomy, squats yesterday in the gym, and over 2 weeks off the bike, really. I had a session yesterday. Well, we started riding again Friday. We've only had a few sessions between then and today, but quite happy with that performance. If we have a look at the next screen, it says what our averages were. Average only 2.1 watts per kilo. So normally when we're racing, we go for about 2.5 to 2.8. So a little bit lower than on the average, but then I was sitting drafting for a long time in my zone 2. As you can see, 24% of that ride was done in zone 2, 50% or 52% in zone 1. That's all done on power ratios, not heart rate though. Heart rate wise, probably more in zone 2 than it was anything else until near the end. But appreciate everybody that joined. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, smash that follow button, and I will see you all again tomorrow morning for another live stream. I imagine tomorrow morning it'll be around about 6, between 6 and 7. Let's say 6:30. Good morning, Claire. Thank you for the likes. We're just finishing up the session. But if you guys enjoyed it, want to see some more of those sort of rides, come and join me tomorrow. and check out some of the other videos as well. A lot of gym content on there these days, as I am in the gym rebuilding to try to get stronger in my 30s than I was in my 20s. So back in my 20s, if you have a look on my profile, it says what I was lifting back then. So the plan for this year is to get as near as to that as possible, but to get over 500 kilogram, I keep saying deadlift, 500 kg total across the 3 lifts, squat, bench and deadlift. I'm at around about 455 at the moment. So let's see if I can get anywhere near that by the end of the year. I think I can. The other two, I think the deadlift is the one that's going to bring it up the most. That's the one that I need to work technicals on a little bit more. So with the sumo deadlift, there's a lot more technicals involved than the conventional. So once we've got the technique and the form locked back in, I think the numbers will fly up. Currently at about 177 to 180. But back in 2017, I was putting up sort of 240, 245 at the same body weight at 80 kg. Pretty sure it's about 80 kilos back then. If you want to follow that journey, make sure you're following along and see if we can rebuild and surpass our 2017 self. You know what it's like, you have kids and then they sort of take priority. I used to be in the gym sort of 5 days a week, then it went down to 4, then 3, then 2, and then none. So after 9 to 10 years out of the gym, it's nice to be back, and I'm actually enjoying the process, rebuilding, getting stronger each week, and documenting the journey. And also keeping in shape with the cardio. People say you can't do both, but I think I'm showing that you can. Powerlifting and doing racing on here as well. But appreciate everybody that joined this morning. I do need to go get showered. I've got about half an hour before I need to leave. Hopefully you guys saw the Rouvy screen. Just realised I think I was on the wrong screen for a lot of that. Did they have the Rouvy screen at the bottom of this screen during the ride? I think I left it on this one. That's going to be annoying if it did. I think I did. Luckily, I streamed it over onto the red platform as well. So I'll be able to share some of those here. So apologies for that, but it did take a second place this morning. There's me talking along, thinking you guys can see the Rouvy screen. And because I'd left the flare thing on, it wasn't switching between the 2 screens. I was so engrossed in the race that I didn't realise you couldn't see. So usually you can see both screens like this. Normally you get to see both, so you should have been able to see the race at the same time. But if you do want to go and check out the race and watch me secure a second place this morning, it will be up on the YouTube channel later today. And what I might do is remix it and post it onto TikTok, as this live didn't quite capture that this morning, so apologies for that. But hey ho, it's because I'd clicked the flare and it has a pop-up. Has a pop-up on the screen, and it stops you being able to switch from scene to scene. One moment, guys. See live saying it's inactivity. There we go. Back. Yeah, so there we are. There we have it. Second place, 5 riders this morning. Very happy with that ride. All things considering. I will post the replay later today, as this live didn't quite capture it. So if you missed it, hit that follow button and watch out for that video later today. Yeah, it doesn't change. Very annoying. You guys should have said in the chat that you couldn't see what I was doing. and I would have sorted it out for you. It was a good race as well. 5 people. No, is there 5? Yeah, 5 people, including myself, who came second. But on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you.